Hi everyone, Sharon here, and welcome to Tuesday's Top Tips session. Good to see you all here, whether you are here live or whether indeed you're watching the replay. I know that lots of you don't always manage to tune in live and do watch the replay later on, which is fantastic. So, good to see everybody here today, and this for the first time. Normally on a Tuesday I stream my tips directly into the Trainers Talk members only group and to the free group How to Build a Training Business, into the Trainers Training Company Facebook page, and for the first time today we are going live on LinkedIn. So if you are joining us live on LinkedIn, welcome, and good to see you. Got a couple of people joining us, so do show your faces, say who you are. That would be absolutely fantastic to know that you're here. Right, so this lunchtime, I'd like to talk about the three habits that you need to implement to improve your marketing. Now, we all know how to market our businesses, and I'll say that again. We all know, or you all know, how to market your business. And the reason why you know how to do that is that you probably got clients already, and you're all intelligent people. You know, you're an intelligent business owner. You know how to market your business. And let's face it, there's no shortage of information out there, whether it be for me or other people that you follow out there on the internet, telling you or showing you how to do your marketing. And if I was to ask you to come up with 20 ways to market your business, you would be able to do that right now. Absolutely no problem whatsoever. The difficult bit that I have come to know and understand and appreciate over the years is not the thinking up of the things that you need to do. It's actually the doing bit that is really difficult, the taking action. We all find that difficult. And in fact, that's the subject of the weekly Zoom that I do every Wednesday at 10 o'clock. I do something called Manageable Marketing, and come and join us for that if you haven't been on one of those sessions already. And the reason I call it manageable marketing is because I do understand that that's the bit that generally most people find difficult. The doing, the taking action. So that's really what I want to talk about today, and to give you some tips on what you can do to move yourself from that kind of place of knowing and taking in information to the doing bit, because it's the doing bit that is going to move you forward, to take some action and to start doing some marketing and get some clients, because actually that's what we all want at the end of the day. So first thing, and I can see we've got some more people, so please do say hello. I don't know whether you're on LinkedIn or Facebook, but come and say hello. That would be fantastic. Actually, might be a good idea to pop myself into LinkedIn, because I'm not sure, because I've never done it on LinkedIn before, whether LinkedIn comments will actually come up on Facebook. They probably won't. Yeah, here I am. Right, okay. I'm here live. So if you're on LinkedIn, then come in and say hello. Don't be shy, because I don't actually like sitting here talking to myself. It's much more fun for me when there are people coming on and I know who you are. So don't be a lurker. You're very welcome here. All right, number one, first thing that I want to share with you, and this is the actually the most fundamental thing that you can do to move yourself from somebody who just thinks about marketing to a doer, and that is to change your mindset. And what I mean by changing your mindset is that you really have to take on board, you really have to take on board that marketing in your business is actually just as important as delivering to your clients in the training room. So it's not something that you should do when you haven't got any work. It's not something that you should kind of do once in a blue moon. And it's not something you should just kind of squeeze into your diary. It's something that should be given absolutely 100% priority. But actually, what I would say is that you should be doing delivery activities for 50% of the time, and then marketing activities for 50% of the time. Because at the end of the day, we all know that if you don't do any marketing, you don't get any clients. So, and that's easy to say, but what you absolutely have to do is to really take that on board and really make that mind shift change, and start taking actions that kind of align with that shift in your mindset. So, for example, what I mean by that would be, instead of sort of saying, Trainers Talk Live would be a good example, for example. So if you're a Trainers Talk member, we run Trainers Talk Live events 4 times a year. And, and we've all got lots and lots of things going on, I'm sure. But the person who actually really makes that mind shift change and goes, do you know what? Marketing is really important in my business. I'm going to give it 100% priority. That person then not only thinks about going to Trainers Talk Live, but actually puts it into their diary, ring fences their diary, and actually, if they're a non-member, books it and pays for it right now. If you're a member and you get it included, you go, yeah, okay, I'm going to that. It's absolutely sacrosanct, and nothing's going to get in the way. So just the simple act of doing that is actually, you're telling yourself, you're making that mind shift change, and you're taking action that aligns with that change. You're telling yourself, I'm that kind of business owner who understands that marketing is really important, and I'm going to take action to support that. Somebody's commented, great events to go to. Well, thank you. That's great for you to say so. The next one is coming up at the end of September, 28th of September, and I don't know whether it's going to be face-to-face as yet, but hopefully it will be. I don't know who that is. It just says Facebook user. So if you can just comment below and tell me who you are, then that'd be fantastic. So that's the first thing. Change your mindset around this thing called marketing. Second thing that you can do is really find small things that you can do every day. And what I mean by that is, I would really love you to move away from, and I've heard lots of people talk about this in the past. They said, oh, I'm really quiet in August, so I'm going to have a marketing week. Or, Friday's really good for me, so I'm going to have a marketing day or whatever. Yeah, great. I understand why you would do that. But I would argue that that actually feels quite big and quite overwhelming. And we all know that when things are big and overwhelming, then we just end up not doing them. It's Caroline. Caroline Williamson, I take it. So hi, Caroline. Good to see you. So I would, and also when we put something in our diary and we say we're going to have a marketing day, as it becomes a big thing, we tend not to do anything because it becomes big and overwhelming. And also, sometimes we set our expectations far too high because it's the kind of this big thing that we've built up in our minds. Therefore, on this marketing day, I've got to get on the phone and I've got to talk to 10 people. And if I don't get any business for them, then I've kind of failed. And I want you to kind of move away from that, because what I'm talking about is manageable marketing. And by manageable, I mean small things that you can fit into your diary, ideally every day, certainly every week, that are going to move you along. So it could be, I don't know, picking up the phone and having a conversation with somebody. It could be sending out a newsletter. It could be posting a blog. It's something that isn't going to take you too long to do. And that should be tied in to a simple marketing plan, which maybe I'll talk about another day, because otherwise I'll be rambling on for far too long. But tie it into a simple marketing plan and make sure that whatever action you take is something that you enjoy. Because as we all know, if we don't enjoy stuff, then we don't do it either. So that's the second thing. Find small things that you can do every day and that you can commit to consistently. And then the third tip, or the third habit that I would love you to take on board to improve your marketing, would be to stop scrolling. So stop scrolling on social media and start having conversations instead. Now, this is something that I'm really guilty of, and if I'm not careful, I can spend so much time just scrolling through social media, seeing what's happening, seeing who's saying what, comparing myself to other people, unfavourably usually, and all that kind of stuff. It doesn't actually serve me. And I made a really, really conscious effort to really notice when I do that. And when I do that, I'd sort of step away from the computer and go, why are you doing that? Why are you doing that, Sharon? Why are you scrolling through social media? And the question that I ask myself when I notice myself doing that is, what can you do instead? All right. So what could I do instead? Well, okay, well, I could pick up the phone and I could have a conversation with somebody in my network, or maybe a brand new person that I don't even know. I could maybe send an email and schedule a Zoom meeting with somebody, or I could send somebody a voice message. So we can do that, brilliantly through LinkedIn and through Facebook and through WhatsApp, all really, really great mediums of, reaching out to people and bringing in that personal touch. I really firmly believe, and believe passionately in this, and I believe this ever since I started my business, that all marketing is about personal connection. It's about building those relationships with people. It's not about scrolling through social media and comparing yourself unfavorably to others, because that doesn't serve you. So if you find yourself doing that, ask yourself, what can you do instead? What can you do instead? And more importantly, what can you do instead that is going to lead to a personal connection with somebody? So there you have it. Those are my 3 habits that I would love you to take on board to improve your marketing activity, to move you from a person who just knows loads of stuff about marketing, who just thinks about marketing but doesn't actually do anything consistently to back that up. So my 3 habits are: number 1, change your mindset and move yourself from a person who just does marketing occasionally to a person who absolutely fundamentally really understands that it's something that you have to do, that you have to commit to. Find small things that you can do every day and move away from this kind of massive, I'm going to have a marketing day or a marketing week or whatever. Small actions you can do every day, and hopefully, and I would recommend that, they will be things that you actually enjoy. And number 3, stop with the social media scrolling, and always ask yourself, what can I do instead? And more importantly, what can I do to create a personal connection with somebody? All right, so I hope you found that useful, everybody. Those of you who are joining us on LinkedIn for the first time, hello, it was good to see you, whether you're here live or on the replay. Do reach out to me and let me know your thoughts and comments around marketing. If you haven't been to Manageable Marketing as yet, come and join me at 10 o'clock every Wednesday for more of the same. I'll put the link in the comments. Hi, Bob. Oh, really good to see you. Really, really good to see you. And thank you for being my first viewer and commenter on my first ever LinkedIn Live. So hope you've enjoyed it, and thank you for saying that you found it interesting. So yeah, more of the same. Come and join me every Wednesday morning. I'll put the link to the Zoom in the comments. And hi, Tracy. Good to see you too. And I enjoy, Laura as well. Oh, bless you, Laura. Sounds like you've looked into my soul with that. Well, I hope I've inspired you this lunchtime. And always remember, I will be back again every Tuesday with some more of these tips on LinkedIn, on Facebook as well. And as I say, come along and join in the fun on a Wednesday morning if you can do that. All right, take care, everybody. Thanks for joining me. And I will see you all again very soon. Take care. Bye-bye.